Hello and welcome back po sa ating Apologetics channel. First and foremost, pasensya na po kung ngayon lang po ako nagkaroon ng live stream. Dami po mga activities po na ginawa by God's grace, but that's okay. What are we doing right now is this. Papasimplihin natin itong mga gagawin natin na mga discussions concerning to this matter dahil we'll go on to talk about some topics, especially to the issues concerning hell, morality, and salvation. So please bear with me for this dahil maganda po naman pag-usapan yan. And Lord willing, I think this coming Friday or Saturday, I guess, uh, may mangyayari na table talk dialogue with an atheist friend. I think ang magiging topic ay may kinalaman doon sa naging remark ng isang TV personality slash uh, social media influencer concerning sa kanyang sagot na to. Na yung mga unbelievers na hindi nakatanggap ng salvation by grace through faith in Christ alone, makatanggap sila ng final judgment. So yan po yung kanyang I mean, yan po yung point ng sinabi niya na naging dahilan para parang nag-trigger, I guess, ang mga skeptics concerning this matter. Ironically, not only atheists, not only skeptics lang, kahit mga Christians din. Kahit mga Christians din na iba, they went on to argue about bakit daw naghusga si ganito, bakit ganyan, or whatever. So please, bear with me for this dahil meron tayong mga topics na mai-discuss this time. So, nawa ang Diyos na magpala sa live stream na to. So, let's start here. Naalala ko yung isang atheist na sinasabi niya na ang moral truth daw ay product daw ng bawat kultura para mapabulaanan yung objective moral values ba. Pero ang totoo, ang tanong ay ito, are moral truths a product of culture? So, titignan po natin. May mga atheistic philosophers at thinkers na nagsasabi na yung moral truth daw ay nagaganap dahil sa kultura ng bawat bawat tribo, bawat bansa at iba pa. Siyempre, diyan napapasok yung tinatawag na moral relativism na tinatawag, di ba? Sang-ayon sa view na yan, morality varies from culture to culture. There are no objective, transcendent, universal moral standards on all men at all times. So naalala ko yung naging conversation ko dun sa isang atheist. Dun mismo sa comment box sa post na ni Mr. M.A. Buendia. Yung tungkol dyan sa issue. Ang ina-assume kasi ng naturang atheist ay ito. Wala raw objective moral values and duties. Wala raw yun. Bagkus, ang morality ay galing daw sa kung ano talaga yung kultura or whatever. Diba? Moral relativists believe cultures and people groups create their moral codes rather than discover them. Kumbaga, likha ito at hindi naman talaga na-discover. Social construct lang daw yung moral codes na yan na tinatanggap ng nakararami. Pero, kung totoo na yung cultural agreement na yan ang nagdedetermina sa moral truth, may mga problema po dyan. Ano-ano mga sumusunod? Una, this approach confuses cultural diversity with moral clarity. Moral relativism rightly recognizes the cultural and moral diversity of our world. But this observation fails to falsify the existence of transcendent objective moral truths. Cultures can differ on their beliefs about what causes tuberculosis, for example, about causes, let's say, COVID-19, cancer, whatever. But this does not mean there is not an objective truth about the cause and nature of the disease. Diversity of subjective belief has little to do with the existence of objective truth. Take note, iba-iba man kanila yung kultura, mayroon pa rin matatawag na objective moral truth na sinasabi na in agreement sa bawat kultura, sa bawat bansa, you name it. Pangalawa, this approach fails to identify which quote-unquote culture reigns. Kung totoo na ito yung morality ay kung ang morality ay batay lamang sa social construct, batay lamang sa kultura, anong people group ba ang makakapag-decide? Kasi take note, alam natin for sure sa iba't ibang bahagi ng mundo, maraming mga kultura dyan, maraming mga masasabi natin na quote-unquote social constructs ba? Pero ang tanong, kung totoo yung claim na yan, anong kultura ba ang naghahari talaga? Does size or power dictate which groups are qualified to be an authority? Moral relativism denies us the ability to declare one group more authoritative than the other, unless we are willing to appeal to an authority transcending all groups. So sa madaling sabi, napakalaking problema rin kung ang tinutukoy ng mga atheists na ang kultura daw ay batay lamang daw sa social construct. Ang laki yata hindi lang yata, malaki talagang problema yan. Kung yun ang gagamitin po nating pamantayan ng morality. Also, this approach silences cross-cultural criticism. Bakit? If moral truth is a product of cultural consensus and social construct, no specific culture is in the position to criticize or praise the behavior of any other culture. Kaya ito yung sige, itanong natin sa mga kaibigan nating atheists. Does torturing babies for fun wrong? Ang pagnanakaw ba ay mali? Ang rape ba ay mali? Ang murder ba ay mali? Alam nyo, sa moral relativism kasi, hindi masasabi na objectively wrong ang torture. At best, we can simply proclaim we don't like torture here in our culture, but why should anyone care what we think in the first place if moral truth is relative to each culture? If morals are simply the product of cultural opinion, proclamations about moral truth are like statements about food preferences. Interesting but ultimately meaningless. Bakit? Tingnan nyo kasi, mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, kung totoo na yung morality ay batay lamang sa social construct ba, then ang laking problema. Tama ba yung, let's say na, for example, World War II, panahon ni Hitler, you name it. Tapos sasabihin na, yung mga Jews ay hindi naman talaga mga tao, kundi ganito, ganyan. Dapat lamang silang patayin. Oh, itong tanong, if ever na ganun yung utos na gawin yun, is it right or is it wrong? I think most of us will go on to say it's wrong. Kasi lalo na buhay ng tao ang nakasalalay. Pero bakit mali? Tapos sasabihin ba, social construct? Paano kung sasabihin ni Hitler na yung kanyang decree ay tama? Kahit alam natin for sure na objectively mali yung ginawa ni Hitler. Okay? Also, this approach is too dependent on agreement. Kasi madalas ang sinasabi ng mga skeptics ay ganito. Yung morality ay batay sa kung ano yung agreement ng mga tao. Right? If people groups decide what is morally right or wrong, then how are we to consider a particular act if there is no definitive cultural agreement? Does this mean an act has no moral status until a majority of us can agree? And how large does the majority have to be? Oh, halimbawa na lamang yung issue ng abortion, di ba? Sa ibang lugar, halimbawa na lang sa Amerika, meron talagang dinedepensahan talagang abortion. But we must remember, when we are talking abortion, ito po yung pagpatay sa mga sanggol, especially yung mga fetuses na nasa sinapupunan ng mga nanay. We know that abortion is objectively and morally wrong. Ngayon, kasi ano yan, although it's some sort of anong topic yan. But let's think about this. Does the lack of consensus mean abortion is neither morally right nor morally wrong? Kung tama moral relativism, we cannot make a declaration on the moral status of any act until we've reached a cultural consensus. Kumbaga, paano kung sasabihin ng iba, na tapos sasabihin na in agreement ito sa lahat. O ngayon, mayroong ilan na magsasabing, mali yan, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So which is which? Diba? Kung tama yung claim na batay sa kung anong sinasabi ng nakakarami, may malaking problema yan. Diba? As in, napakalaking problema yan. And then, this approach marginalizes moral reformers. Okay, listen to this. Merong mga moral reformers tuloy. May mga sorry for that. May mga moral reformers tulad ni na Mahatma Gandhi at Martin Luther King Jr. na nagsagawa talaga ng reforma sa isyung moralidad, kumbaga. Pero kung tama ang moral relativism, kung tama ang sinasabi na ang morality ay batay lamang sa sinasabing ng mga skeptics na social constructs, abay malaking problema yan, mga kapatid. Lalo na, if moral truth begins at the level of culture, then there's no authority above one's society to whom we can appeal. Okay? Kaya nga, malaking problema kung tama yung sinasabi na ito daw ay, kung ito ay agreement daw sa ganito at sa ganyan, or whatever. And also, this approach encourages and employs immoral behavior, which is, nako po. Why did I say nako po? Listen mga kaibigan, lalo sa mga skeptic friends natin. Kung tama po ang claim na ang moral ay yung moralidad ng isang tao o yung let's say yung morality mismo ay galing pala sa kung ano yung silang ayunan ng mas nakararami, paano kung sasabihin na lamang ng majority na slavery is correct, it's right, or let's say torturing is okay, or whatever? Paano kung ganun? If moral codes are systematically created and embraced by cultures in an effort to maintain social harmony and increase survivability, then how are we to avoid culturally selfish acts? Hindi po natin maitatanggi. Hindi po natin maitatanggi na tayo pong mga tao, aminin man natin o hindi, mga makasarili. Kaya nga, if a particular activity increases the social harmony and survivability of our culture, but accomplishes this at the brutal expense of a neighboring culture, does this mean the behavior morally acceptable? Well, slavery can actually increase the survivability of one culture over another, especially over the cultures enslaved. Katunayan, kung one argument for the continuation of slavery in America revolved around its benefits to the economy. Goals related to survivability, including economic survivability, can and have been co-opted to excuse self-serving immoral behaviors. So, kung tama na ang morality ay batay sa social construct, and let's say, agree ang nakararami concerning slavery, then how is it? Pero sa mga skeptics natin, they always go on to argue na masamang slavery, ganito at ganyan. Pero kung tama na ang morality ay batay lamang sa social construct, kung ano yung ina-agree ng mas nakararami, nako po, ang laking problema yan. Also, this approach confuses recognition with existence. What does it mean? While it's clear people groups employ moral principles to further their own well-being and survivability, those who claim societies are the source of such principles either through some process of social progress or psychological evolution are confusing moral recognition with moral existence. Listen, totoo na mayroong mga moral principles ang bawat tao tungkol sa well-being at survivability. Pero sa mga nagsasabi na yung society daw o yung lipunan daw ang source ng mga ganoong prinsipyo, confusing pala siya. Nakakalito yun. Pinalilito nito dun sa moral recognition, sa moral existence. Even the most robust evolutionary proposals related to the origin of moral truth simply offer a description of why and how humans have employed moral principles to increase their survivability. Okay? So, cultures may recognize and employ moral principles, pero hindi ito nangahulugan na nilikha nito yung mga prinsipyong yaan. Katunayan, many scientists and philosophers are suspicious about any causal relationship between evolution and moral virtue. Suspicious masyado kasi yan, mga kapatid. Mayroong ilang mga atheists nagsasabi na yung evolution daw ang dahilan tungkol sa pagkakaroon natin ng morality. Para may confusing na nga di ba? The evolutionary process often results in disharmony and strife. Morality seems to require us to overcome the quote-unquote evolved beast in each of us. Alam niya kasi, let's say for example, sige, sabihin natin tama ang evolution or so to speak, macroevolution. Hindi po in-explain doon yung tungkol sa morality. Ang in-explain doon sa macroevolution ay yung issue ng survivability. Pero sige, sabihin natin yung tungkol sa issue ng survivability. O kung sasabihin mabuti yan, tanungin natin sa mga skeptics. How can you justify it? How can you say that ano yung tawag dyan? Paano mo masasabi na yung survival na yan ay nakabubuti kung walang objective moral values? Doon kasi papasok yan. Di ba? Kasi kung totoo na yung morality ay batay lamang sa so-called social construct, paano kung yung majority sumang-ayon sa naging batas ni Hitler o ni Kim Jong-un? Di ba? Doon pa lang, yun kung sasabihin natin na mali, like say, like, for example, yung sasabihin yung kay Hitler, ganyan-ganyan na. Mali! Yung ganong utos na yun ni Hitler, ganito, ganyan, whatever. Pero kung totoo na social construct lang yan or whatever, tapos pipilitin na tama raw yan, ang laking problema, mga kapatid. Ang laking problema yan. Yes, it's true, may iba't ibang kultura, totoo. But we know for sure, mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, na kahit iba-iba yung masasabing culture o kultura, so to speak, batid ng bawat isa na mayroon talagang objective moral values na matatawag. Bagamat hindi na kailangan yung tipong letra por letra ito. Mare-recognize nila na ang isang deed ay objectively right At ang kabila naman ay objectively wrong. Yung ang torturing babies for fun is wrong. Wrong talaga. Hello, yung baby, yung bata, yung sanggol, may buhay yan. Tapos, sige, sabihin natin na tama yung sinasabi na morality ay based lamang daw sa social construct. How can we explain what happened in the World War II era, especially in Europe? If you were there and Hitler will command you to exterminate Jews at that time, you know for sure na mali. Kaso nga lang, kung tama yung claim, kung tama na ang morality ay based lamang sa social construct, nako, dyan pa lang, makikita natin na yung argument ng morality ay batay lamang sa social construct, ito daw ay nilikha at hindi daw na-discover, malaking dilema, malaking problem yan. Lalo na, kung ang issue, if there's no God, if there are no objective moral values, then yung right and wrong ay pawang mga opinion lang. So, mapapansin po, whether we like it or not, ang moral truth ay hindi talaga produkto ng kultura. Ito po ay nadidiskubre. And if there are objective moral values, then there is an objective moral law giver. So nananatili pa rin yung tinatawag na objective moral values and duties, yung moral argument ba na tinatawag, na kung saan, kung may objective moral values, may lawgiver. And we are talking about God here. So anyway, ito gagawin natin weekly. So, Lord willing, kung makapag-record ako tomorrow, we will discuss this one. Kasi merong iba na nagsasabi, ang Biblia daw ay nagtuturo ng genocide. I think ito ay nagre-remind sa atin tungkol sa issue ng yung sa panahon ni Noah, nung inutos ng Diyos, yung inutos ng Diyos kay King Saul na i-exterminate ang mga Amalekites, ganyan. Madalas ganyan po ang objections ng mga skeptics when it comes on that. But isa-isahin na natin yan dahil we know for sure, mga kapatid, mga kaibigan, marami pa to. Actually, we can also discuss some 30 objections from skeptics about this. Pero siyempre, kailangan isa-isahin natin. So, okay. So, pagkatapos ito, wait. Ito, the Bible condemns slavery. Kaya nabanggit na rin yan. Yung ganyan. Although, na-discuss na natin yan ng ilang ulit. Pero we will go on to for that. But in, kumbaga, maikli-ikli. Diba? Also, why would a good God behave so badly? Or was he really behave badly? Kasi mayroong iba, lalo sa issue niyan, yung tungkol, I think about the issue of the problem of evil ba? Yon. O, tapos ito pa, can an atheist be a good moral person? Alamin natin din yan. Ewan ko, na-topic na natin yan before. And, can you have purpose without God? Okay, parang babalik tayo sa layunin ng buhay if Christianity is true. Also, ayan, why would God send people to Why would God send good people to hell? Ang dami po nating may di-discuss dyan in this entire week. So please, ipag-pray po natin na magkaroon talaga ng mga ganitong live stream na makatulong sa bawat Christians po na nakikinig sa atin na marahil nakikinig ngayon at makikinig pa, na they will know for sure the reasons why Christianity is true. And for skeptic friends, whoever they are, maski man mga atheist man yan or mga Muslim friends natin, let us pray na mapag-aralan nila, ma-examine nila ang mga ganitong evidence na to. So then, as of now, yan muna yung ating i-discuss talaga. Hindi natin kailangan ng sobrang haba-haba talaga. At tungkol naman sa mga reaction ng mga tao concerning doon sa naging sagot ni Miss Joyce na tinutukoy na social media influencer, TV personality na aking tinukoy last time, Lord willing, mas baka maisingit din natin ito sa entire week na discussion. So, ang dapat pala, ang title, ang moral, ito, sana yung title natin. Are moral truths a product of culture? Yun dapat pala. Pero sige, palitan ko na lamang yan sa ano. Okay? So anyway, teka lang. Baguhin lang natin ng konti yung title. Ayan. So kahit pa paano, medyo nabago naman natin ng kaunti ito. Yung title lang ha, yung title. Kasi mabuti na rin na mai-discuss talaga natin yan. Actually, if the Lord wills, sige, we will go on to this 30 questions. Maybe magsimula this coming November, Lord willing. And also, Lord willing din, yung magiging table talk dialogue with an atheist friend. Okay, I invite everyone, whether you're a Christian or not, na mag-ask ng questions. So that's all for now. Thank you so much for listening, and we are praying na nakatulong po ito, especially sa mga Christians, nawa ito ay makapagpalakas sa faith ninyo at sa mga friends natin na naghanap talaga ng truth o ng katotohanan. We are also praying na magkaroon po kayo ng desire na malaman ko ng totoo for the glory of God. And lastly, sa mga skeptic friends natin na nakikinig sa atin, I have only one question. If Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? So that's all for now. Thank you so much for listening. And Lord willing, tomorrow, i-discuss po natin yung issue concerning slavery and genocide. If the Bible really teaches that. Although, na-discuss natin yan, we will go on to discuss it again. Dahil, isa po yan. Yes, it's true. Isa po yan sa mga objections na laging ibinibigay sa atin ng mga skeptic friends natin. So, that's all for now. And by the way, dahil last time ay nagkaroon ng live stream po ang Herald. Tama ba yun? Teka lang. Let me find the page. Ayan. Yung Herald of Grace Apologetics sa dating Christian Worldview Project noon. Ayan. So, pakibisita po ang page niya to. And then, if you want to watch the entire live stream dun sa kanilang reaction dun sa mga sinabi ni Mr. John the Atheist, ayan, sinend ko na rin yung link. Pwede nyo pong hanapin to. So anyway, that's all for now. At nawa sa lahat po ng mga nakinig at makikinig pa, praying po na gabayan nawa kayo ng Lord, lalong-lalo na sa paghanap ng katotohanan patungo sa tanging daan ng kaligtasan, ang ating Panginoong Heso Kristo. So, Jesus is Lord. Maraming salamat sa pakikinig. God bless. See you in the next live stream.